This video is all about hormones. A hormone is any member of a class of signaling molecules produced by glands in multicellular organisms that are transported by the circulatory system to target distant organs to regulate physiology and behavior. Okay, to be a little more specific here, hormones are used to communicate between organs and tissues for physiological regulation and behavioral activities. These activities are digestion, metabolism, respiration, tissue function, sensory perception, sleep, excretion, lactation, stress, growth and development, movement, reproduction, and mood. So that's a lot of things. Hormones affect distant cells by binding to specific receptor proteins in the target cell, resulting in a change in cell function. When a hormone binds to a receptor, it results in the activation of a signal transduction pathway. This may lead to cell-type specific responses that include rapid, non-genomic effects or slower genomic responses where the hormones acting through their receptors activate gene transcription, resulting in increased expression of target proteins. Amino acid-based hormones are water-soluble and act on the surface of target cells via second messengers. Steroid hormones, being lipid-soluble, move through the plasma membrane of target cells, both cytoplasmic and nuclear, to act within their nuclei. The hypothalamus is a portion of the brain that contains a number of small nuclei with a variety of functions. One of the most important functions of the hypothalamus is to link the nervous system to the endocrine system via the pituitary gland. Tropic hormones are hormones that have other endocrine glands as their target. Most tropic hormones are produced and secreted by the anterior pituitary. The hypothalamus secretes tropic hormones that target the anterior pituitary, and the thyroid gland secretes thyroxine, which targets the hypothalamus and therefore can be considered a tropic hormone. ACTH, which is the antidiuretic hormone, is made by special nerve cells found in the hypothalamus. The nerve cells transport the hormone down their nerve fibers to the pituitary gland, where the hormone is released into the bloodstream. ACTH helps to control blood pressure by acting on the kidneys and the blood vessels. Its most important role is to conserve the fluid volume of your body by reducing the amount of water passed out in the urine. ACTH is released in response to dehydration. Human growth hormone, which is HGH, is a peptide hormone that stimulates growth, cell reproduction, and cell regeneration in humans and other animals. It is important in human development. It is a type of mitogen which is specific only to certain kinds of cells. Growth hormone is a 191 amino acid, single-chain polypeptide that is synthesized, stored, and secreted by somatotropic cells within the lateral wings of the anterior pituitary gland. ACTH is a polypeptide tropic hormone produced and secreted by the anterior pituitary gland. It is also used as a medication and diagnostic agent. ACTH is an important component of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis and is often produced in response to biological stress, along with its precursor, corticotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus. Its principal effects are increased production and release of cortisol by the cortex of the adrenal gland. ACTH is also related to the circadian rhythm in many organisms. TSH stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete the hormone thyroxine, which has only a slight effect on metabolism. it is converted to triiodothyronine, which is the active hormone that stimulates metabolism. About 80% of this conversion is in the liver and other organs, and 20% in the thyroid itself. TSH is secreted throughout life, but particularly reaches high levels during the periods of rapid growth and development. The concentration of thyroid hormones in the blood regulates the pituitary release of TSH. When T3 and T4 concentrations are low, the production of TSH is increased, and conversely, when T3 and T4 concentrations are high, TSH production is decreased. The luteinizing hormone, which is LH, is a hormone produced by gonadotropic cells in the anterior pituitary gland. In females, an acute rise of LH triggers ovulation and development of the corpus luteum. In males, it stimulates the Leydig cell production of testosterone. It acts synergistically with FSH, which we'll get to right now. FSH, or the follicle-stimulating hormone, is a gonadotropin, a glycoprotein polypeptide hormone. FSH is synthesized and secreted by the gonadotropic cells of the anterior pituitary gland and regulates the development, growth, pubertal, maturation, and reproductive processes of the body. FSH and LH work together in the reproductive system.